Okay, here we are at part 5 of Casino Dirty Tricks. And we're back at the dice table on this session. Today we'll talk about the right to privacy and how it applies to cheating on the dice table. The most vulnerable area in the casino for cheating is the dice table, mainly because the crap table is very complicated. You have a team of 4 dealers and so many ways of cheating. The good ways of cheating, the most effective ways of cheating always involve the dealers. But the casinos have known this for a long time. And we're going to talk about the Nevada casinos mostly, because in Nevada casinos, they're not allowed to have microphones on the craps table. And of course, believe you me, they'd love to have them there because of call bets. Call bets is your biggest, most vulnerable area for cheating, with the dealers having an agent playing on the table. But this goes all the way back to the 1960s. One of the casinos on the Strip actually tried to put microphones on the craps table, and the dealers actually took it to court. I believe it went to the Nevada Supreme Court. And very rarely do the casinos ever, and I mean they never, lose cases in Nevada Supreme Court. The casinos own the Supreme Court, basically, in Nevada. But this was one of the very, very few cases the casinos actually lost. So Nevada casinos cannot have microphones on the dice table. They may be doing it today, and some of the employees may not even know that it's illegal. It's hard to tell what's going on today. It's amateur night in a lot of these casinos. But anyhow, the right to privacy in the United States is covered under the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution, and also we have protection from like microphones under the Wiretapping Electronic Surveillance Act. So this covers us in the States. But of course, you know, in Canada, UK, the tables have microphones on them in other countries. So we're just talking about Nevada today. And the eye in the sky, they really hate the dice tables, because here's how it works. You got the guys, the dealers on the craps table, and they can have their agent playing in the game. They throw a $100 chip up to the stick man. And the way it works is sometimes the player tells the dealer on the base, he tells him, hey, I want a $100 on the 7, $100 on the yo. Now, sometimes the stick man doesn't hear it, sometimes the box man doesn't hear it, but as long as the dealer hears the bet and he tells that to the stick man, this is how call bets are very vulnerable to cheating, because if the dealer and the player is involved together, and normally they will have the stick man too, mostly it's a 3 or 4 man operation, and they can just make all the call bets they want, and the bets will be booked after the dice land. So 11 rolls, the $100 on 11, and because they're throwing the chip up right as the dice are landing, eye in the sky knows nothing. There's nothing the eye in the sky can do. That's why the eye in the sky hates this table. And that's why the casinos would love to have microphones on the table, because this would cover the casinos if the microphone didn't pick up the verbal bet, then it's no bet. But as it stands, verbal bets are allowed on the crap table, and if you have the dealers involved, they will rob the casino blind. And this is one of the tricks of the trade. Call bets, dealers getting it on with their agents. And eye in the sky, they always have a problem with the dice game. Half the eye in the sky don't even know how to deal the dice games. So they'll miss, as the eye in the sky is watching dice games in action, they'll miss huge mistakes. They'll miss cheating moves and huge mistakes. But funny thing is, after the game dies down and the dealer is playing with the stick or playing with the dice or something, the eye in the sky will actually call down to the pit and say, hey, get that dealer to stop playing with the stick. So they actually do, the eye in the sky actually does pick up things like dealers playing with the stick, but they miss all the huge mistakes and all the cheating moves half the time. So again, an overview. Nevada casinos would love to have microphones on the dice table, but this is one of the few cases they lost. In Nevada, it is unheard of for the casinos to lose cases in the court system because all the Supreme Court judges in Nevada are put there pretty much by casino owners through, they own them through contributions to their funds and what's not. The casinos own these guys. So that was very, 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 very surprising when they actually lost this case a long time ago. And of course, in Canada, UK, they're allowed to have microphones on the tables. So, and when you have microphones on a casino table, it is used to spy on, fire, intimidate employees. So it is definitely an intrusion on your right to privacy. And that is one thing in America that in some situations we still have privacy when it comes to microphones and telephones.